Hey, it's me, Bridget, Love Steady Life, and we are doing our weekly energy report. I think this is going to be for the week. It might go for a little longer. Just know I'll be back when the energy shifts. So what I want to start this reading with is just pulling an overall energy card from this oracle deck. And then I have another tarot deck and another oracle deck, and we'll do a full spread. Sound good? I hope so. So start taking some deep breaths and start to become hyper aware of the quality of your breathing right now as you watch this. And just by being hyper aware of the quality of your breathing, that puts you in a spiritual state. Just the act of being present in the moment and aware of the quality of my breath and that it's conscious and consistent and deep in nature, well, that's actually extremely spiritual. It raises your vibration. And I recommend it. Okay. Thanks for being my mirror. Literally and figuratively. Let's see what Spirit has for us this week. I have a protection message for us. We have serendipity in the reverse and blessed in the reverse. Before consulting the literature, when I see serendipity and blessed in the reverse as the overall energy for a weekly energy report, I'm perceiving this as people not trusting in the divine and feeling impatient and not wanting to go with divine timing, trying to cheat divine timing or not listen to their intuition in the timing that it's recommending, trying to go too slow or too fast. And also being distracted by this distraction from divine timing or distraction from not trusting what the universe is just offering to you and what's happening organically. Not trusting that what's happening organically within you is in complete collaboration with what's happening in the universal energies right now. And your human doesn't have to do anything, but the human thinks it does. And the human is getting in the way and preventing us from acknowledging or realizing all the blessings that are coming in right now, how blessed we are. So that's the intuitive message that comes to my heart when these two come out. Now let's see if we get something more specific. Spirit says don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. Spirit wants you to pay attention to the signs this week. Spirit wants us to trust that it's more high vibrational to take a loss and acknowledge that something didn't work out and just be grateful that you could have that whole experience than pushing an idea that doesn't have legs, pushing a relationship that doesn't vibe, etc., etc. Let's look at blessed in the reverse. Humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit rock bottom. And what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. You will be blessed. Okay, what Spirit's telling me is I am unique in how I feel like I'm really thriving in these current cosmic energies. What Spirit is telling me is everyone else, or the majority, are suffering. Majority of people are uncomfortable right now. Majority of people are really feeling the way that I felt around February, around April, May of this year. A lot of people are feeling like, what's the fucking point of life? What's the point of living? Because this is way too much fucking work. There is a point to life, and the universe would not have let you incarnate if there was not a point to your life. FYI. And keep reminding yourself of that fact as much as you need to. Take a deep breath. In life, we come upon the disappointment, and because we didn't plan on the disappointment, especially when it's in direct relation to a dream or goal not manifesting the way we thought, or not working out in that moment the way we wanted it to, oftentimes we think the universe messed up because the universe didn't do things in alignment with the way we had hoped or planned. And we got to understand that that's backwards. We got to understand that we've got a purpose, a divine purpose, and we need to align with that purpose. It's within us, so you don't have to go outside of yourself. We need to align with that divine purpose and do things on the path of that purpose. And even then, it won't be the path of necessarily least resistance, but it will be the path of maximum enjoyment and highest vibrational life. Dimension, existence. Man, I'm not used to seeing myself in such good quality. I look fucking great. Wow. Why does God have to be so amazing? Why did God have to make us so gorgeously? Like, why? Couldn't he have made us a little more funky looking? Nope. We're just shiny. Thank you for your validation. Martina, thank you for your validation. Kiara, I love you guys. Love you so much. Okay, let's keep going. This reading is going to give us lots of good stuff for the week. Thank you for holding space for my confidence. Okay. It's like, I want you to ask your own personal little universe, what does happiness smell like? What does happiness feel like? What does happiness taste like? When I think of inner peace, what does my mind naturally visualize as the manifestation of what inner peace may be? A lot of people this week will be using their imagination against their better discernment. We can really do anything with our imagination, and if you remember that your imagination is a portal, and we manifest through the imagination, and I can't get too much into imagination because it's one of my favorite topics, and your imagination is extremely powerful. I'll just say that. And in all of this work that we do, and everyone, some people really want to evolve and raise their vibration, and they really want to make this change happen. And you know, I'm big on saying you can't force it, you can't rush it, you can't hack it. But if there was a way to hack it, breath. And what's the other thing I want to say? Spirit's like, don't give them hacks, bitch. I'm like, what, Spirit? Come on. Hey, come on in. Okay, we're doing a weekly energy report. I'm just kind of fucking around a little bit. Lately, the messages I've been receiving from the divine are more like Aquarian and rebellious in nature. So Spirit has been saying things to me like, you will teach the ancestors what it's like to be human in this time. Spirit keeps reminding me, you know, that the ancestors don't have physical bodies anymore. The ancestors are not in human physical form, and some of them haven't been in physical form for a really long time. So sometimes we can surprise our ancestors. Sometimes we can surprise our ancestors with how quickly we shift and transform, because they're kind of out of touch with what it really feels like to be embodied in a human flesh suit in this particular time, when the vibration is so very amazing and unique, and the vibration and speed of how transformation can occur is really picking up right now. And I think that's why, or I feel that's why, so many are feeling extreme discomfort. Extreme discomfort. And so, in case you're tuned into this, whether it's now or in a now moment in a future time, if you are feeling extreme discomfort, know that I'm going to get into that in this reading. We're going to get into that, and I'm going to provide some light codes to help unravel some of that tangled energy that I'm sensing in the collective right now. I also want to let you know that I don't feel that tangled energy personally, and I'm so fucking grateful that Spirit has decided to make me, or universe decided to make me this way, with so much Capricorn in my chart and so much Aquarius in my chart, that I would be able to navigate as a way shower in this current cosmic energy. I'm honored that you would trust me with your spiritual guidance. And I want you to know I'm going to do my very best to stay anchored in my heart center, which is my favorite place to be. Love steady, baby. Love steady. I'm going to start with tarot cards. I'm seeing 3 or 4 cards in my mind. I'm seeing 4 cards in my mind. Yay, let's do this thing. By the way, if you can hear the children in the background, I live right next to a little Montessori school. So we get a lot of like pure environment vibes. Right here, it's like trees, blue sky, sunshine, butterflies. It's like I'm in a really little gorgeous place. I'm trying to really soak up and receive all the gorgeous energies that are around me so that the message I transmit to you can be as full of light as possible, because you deserve it. And me too, because I love to shine and I love to share. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck gives me validation that I'm right on track. So I think we should rock and roll. Or rock and Riesling if you're into wine. Dun, dun, dun. Sometimes the energy hits me before the cards come out. That's always fun. Spirit says take a deep breath this week. This week is going to feel like a spiritual marathon, but Spirit says you're in shape. Spirit says you're in shape. Spiritually, emotionally, you're in really good shape because you've been through a lot of spiritual and emotional exercise, obstacle courses. In this past year, in 2019, was the year of the emotional and spiritual fucking Olympics and obstacle course training. And here we are this week. And we are going to really get to use our spiritual and emotional muscle. We are going to be in this space. I'm actually going to interrupt my own story to now give an example. As you get stronger physically, as you start to do more push-ups, for instance, or start to, lift 5-pound weights or 10 minutes every day, as you start to build physical muscle strength, it's funny, what I notice is, so as I start to build physical muscle strength, is I surprise myself when I pick something up that suddenly feels lighter. Something where usually I'm like, ah, and suddenly I'm like, ooh, that feeling of like, oh, I'm stronger. Oh, I can carry 2 of these. That feeling of surprising yourself, that's going to happen this week with spiritual and emotional strength. But I need you to tap into that vibration so you can receive the energy in this way. So much victim mindset available to us. It's a shallow energy, the victim mindset right now. So you really got to be desperate to escape your now moment to actually choose victim mindset, because it's just so unsatisfying when we have access to such deeper vibrational energies. The deeper vibrational energies, it's like our spirit and our body want that. The free will is what holds you back. So if you're feeling a lot of discomfort, what you're feeling is the resistance. Soul and body want to evolve, and free will is like, but wait, no. Why? I don't know, it's divine, don't worry. I'm not judging you. Just take a deep breath. You can sense the gravitational pull in your physical body and spirit. It might be out, it might be in, it might just be this feeling of an energetic thrust that is hindered by the energy of your free will, because you are a master of energy and you are a master of time and space in the physical plane, simply because you are a soul in a physical body. And because you have a physical body, it is a vessel or a weapon for which you channel source energy, shing, 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 shooting energy, bing, 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 bing. So align with that energy of that light code of you're going to surprise yourself with how emotionally and spiritually strong you are this week. Align yourself with the preparatory energy. Prepare yourself to surprise yourself with how strong you are. if you can prep your energy for that and kind of preset your trajectory to be on that vibrational path, it will make much more space for surprises and miracle energies, epiphanies, innovation, creativity, love and joy, pleasure, because that comes from that feminine energy of the open space. Also, Spirit says, I'm trying to entice, it's like Spirit's like, I'm trying to entice you to align with this particular energy, because it really will bring you on a dazzling trajectory and just make life feel so cool and sci-fi in the best ways. But Spirit's saying it's not devoid of discomfort, because the resistance is kind of a part of the process. So if you're feeling the discomfort this week, and you know I've already said in this reading, like if you're feeling discomfort, that's the resistance between physical and spiritual body that are on the ascension wave, and then your free will saying no to something. That resistance is uncomfortable, okay? So it's also divine. Welcome to the evolution. We're not dying and then being reborn in a new physical body and in that process evolving. No, we're keeping the same physical body. Soul evolves, vroom, vroom, and then the physical body evolves to manifest and mirror the evolution of the soul vibration. Take a deep breath. I hope this resonates. This is really feeling like a really gorgeous energy for me to bring through for us. It feels very new. So far in this reading, I have pulled 2 overall energy cards, and that's the first part, the first channel message that I brought through in this live video. And I'm just about ready to make a spread for us for the week. Like I said earlier, a lot of people are feeling uncomfortable this week, but the discomfort is a really, 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 really good sign. What we can do to take full advantage of the discomfort and these evolutionary energies to make sure we're elevating is to really analyze our perspective, and then start to tap into like your passion and what feels good and what you like, and from your heart center, your integrity version of passion, and use your imagination to kind of just let your favorite things that you love to do, just let them play around in your imagination, and let that energy affect your perspective, and be ready for the universe to really dazzle you this week. And of course, please be ready for your own heart, your own strength, your own emotional and energetic strength to surprise you this week. Do not be prepared to be a victim this week. Don't do that, is what I'm trying to say. I need you to prepare to surprise yourself with how much you can handle these current cosmic energies. It's all about perspective, and this is really feeling like a big key code here. Not it's all about perspective. I'm talking about that shit all the time. How are you going to prepare yourself? What energies are you predicting are going to interact with you? And when you listen to your favorite astrologers, and when they warn you and prepare you and tell you things are going to get hard and bad, how are you preparing yourself? And I want you to, just try and tap into the idea that the act of preparing yourself for any particular energy, what that's doing is it's you creating space for things to manifest. You are creating the zone from which you are willing to perceive reality. By you preparing for things to be a certain way, you take the vast potentiality of life and multidimensionality, and you do this. Now this is what I'm prepared for, so this is what I'm interacting with. And anything that's outside of that, well, that's just really gonna fuck me up. Prepare for nothing this week, but for the universe to dazzle you and for you to be able to handle shit like a boss. Like a spiritual, emotional boss. You are really, Spirit just keeps telling me, you are really going to be surprised by how strong you are. I'm not doing any weird, like, creepy, dark predictions, so if you're hoping for that, that's not gonna happen. Spirit's just saying, be prepared. Be prepared to surprise yourself. And then, by tapping into the energy of you being willing to surprise, by you tapping into the energy of you preparing to surprise your own self by your own strength, that also in tandem naturally makes room for the universe to surprise you with extra love and blessings and miracles. Welcome to your weekly energy report. Let's get into the spread. I'm excited to be here. I'm really surfing these energies right now. It feels incredible. That's interesting. Spirit says, don't rush it. Spirit says, don't rush it. Hey, my love. Thanks for being here. Spirit says, don't rush it. I know you can feel the swelling of the energies. I know you can feel it picking up. I know you can feel something coming. Just remember that true reality is co-creative. You can only go halfway. And then universe meets you halfway there. If universe isn't ready to meet you there, then you're just going to be running in place. You're just going to be treading water if you're trying to rush to some manifestation when without listening to the organic flow of the universe within you. Spirit says, don't rush it. Spirit says, I have just the perfect amount of time and space set out for you to work everything out. And even emotional turmoils, what Spirit is saying is, in your sleep state, in your dream state this week, you're going to be given opportunities to work out emotional issues in a more, free space. So you'll begin to awake every morning this week. This also kind of feels like next week too, but really this week, you're going to awake every morning more evolved because you were working while you were sleeping. Now, a lot of us don't necessarily remember the things we did in our sleep state, the work we did in our sleep state. But just because you don't remember doesn't mean it didn't happen and doesn't mean that you're not transformed. So keep that in mind every morning. The morning is such a potent time. I used to talk a lot about the morning. I think there is an article on my website, starting the mornings in the higher vibrations, and that is just sharing my morning routine on gratitude. Anyways, the morning is a time when you're in your highest vibration because you're coming out of your sleep work that you were doing. And so I think that's, Spirit just wanted me to share that with you for a more physical example of why you're stronger than you think. And proof of kind of why, or reasoning for why this week Spirit is saying that you're going to surprise yourself with how well you can handle things emotionally and energetically. Spirit says, those of you who get to hear this message are the ones who are going to be tasked with holding space or being around someone whose energy is freaking out. Sometimes people will be completely acting like a normal person, but you can feel in their energy that they're literally freaking out. And they're going to act like they don't that they don't realize it. They're going to act like nothing is wrong, and they're just going to be acting, maybe saying, hello, how are you today? Acting like a normal person. What gold, nice groceries in the grocery line or whatever. But you're going to feel how their energy is freaking out. And it's going to be an interesting experience for you. I just want to remind you that that's going to be happening to energy vampires. That's going to be happening to energy vampires. As we all raise our vibration, the empaths, the star seeds, the sensitive souls, the big hearts, the overcompassionates, the daughters of Mother Mary, I want you to know that us sensitive souls have been strengthened. You can't attach to us anymore. 5D is here and it is a protective layer. And so energy vampires can't function there. Energy vampires can't find the place to attach the cord. And they're freaking out because they've got all these tentacles flying around their head because they can't attach them to things to feed. They're being faced with their own floppy, ungrounded selves. And I want you to know that you're not responsible for that. You're not responsible for that. And I want to remind you that you owe no one an answer to any question. and you owe no one an answer to anything. You owe no one any information. If they're like a stranger, you don't owe anyone anything. Oftentimes that's how energy vampires will try and attach to you, by trapping you in an uncomfortable conversation. You'll know. If someone's going through an energetic storm type of moment and you can feel it, dude, I don't recommend interacting with them this week. And I just want to validate that for you, that if you can sense that someone is freaking out, sometimes it helps just to say, what can I say? What does Spirit want me to tell you? We're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And speak to their spirit a little bit. This week, where you've got an energy vampire who's trying to engage with you in some random uncomfortable conversation and you have no interest in participating, especially because you see that they're having a fucking soul storm and they can't figure out what to attach their tentacles to. Be compassionate. They're going through some shit. But you know, that nice short nose with compassion, and then if there's someone else around you, being able to focus your energy some other way, that might be something. That might be a trick. Doesn't matter how much someone wants to project a story onto you. Doesn't matter how much someone wants to project a story onto you or a character onto you and act like you're being a certain way. When you're rooted in who you are, when you're embodied, you know exactly how you're being and what you are. And you can see those behaviors in other people for what they are. Somebody who wants to attach onto you, an energy vampire who can't seem to suck your blood. Right now I have 3 tarot cards in front of me. And I'm going to pull 3 clarifying oracle cards. Shuffle a little bit. And then we'll get into a message. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for holding space for me. By the way, if you're curious about the energy for the past couple weeks and what's been going on, there are updated energy reports on my YouTube page. I uploaded not all of my recent lives, but many of them, especially the December ones. And just know that light codes don't expire. Planetary alignments expire, but light codes don't. And sometimes we'll have energetic downloads that are in our etheric field, in our auric field, that we haven't integrated yet because we haven't acknowledged what they are, because there's just so much going on in our life. And that's what light codes are really good for. So if you're feeling like you still have December 2019 energy left inside of you and you can't figure out how to get rid of it, you might just need some light codes to help you integrate it. So if you missed some of my December lives, if you go on my YouTube, if you go through some videos, watch some of the more recent ones, those are the light codes for December 2019, and that might help you further integrate those energies or understand kind of what you went through, because the light codes don't expire. We can watch those light codes in weeks and months, and they will still upgrade our energies of any leftover anything from the time that the light codes came through. It's just so beautiful. I'm feeling a lot of love from the universe right now. Feeling a lot of yummies. I'm feeling a lot of yummies. Oh, goodness. And I'm feeling a lot of good stuff. I'm feeling a lot of good stuff for us, you guys. Right now, what I'm being shared with is the awe with which the angels view us. Right now, what I'm being blessed with is the sensation of true awe and wonder with which the angels view us. The true dazzlement that the angels feel when they see how far we've come. Because whereas we can't see our past lives and past incarnations, the angels can, the archangels can, those higher vibrating heaven team. They can see all the timelines, and they can see time in the non-linear way that it truly is. So they know just how far we've come, and they're really fucking proud of us, and they're really here with us. And God, I have a really beautiful download that I brought in yesterday that I just remembered. But I really don't want to interrupt the reading to get into that message. So Spirit, please don't let me forget that, and please bring that back to me a little later. I'm not sure if Spirit will let me. I think Spirit needs me to say this now. Okay. I will comply. Okay, this is not something I talk about ever. It's a strange word for me to even say. Worship. Right? Isn't that a word that's like, oh, what? What the fuck is Bridget about to talk about? Worship. All right. Let's see how this little channeled message goes. I've got a quick little download to share with you. And then I promise I will get to our reading. I do have 6 cards in front of us, a beautiful little spread. Here, let me prove it to you. I will show you. See, that's the spread. So now it's there. I just got to share a quick download with you that just came in. Or actually, it's just not. It will not exit my third eye until it is shared. You see, Spirit just wants me to clarify something about worship. We're in a co-creative relationship with the angels as well. We're in a co-creative relationship with like the creator energy, universe, God, the divine. So many words to describe that particular energy. So place the words that work for you, please, so that this can resonate for you. Because we're in a co-creative relationship in life, where anything that manifests is us going halfway and the universe meeting us halfway, and then it occurs, knowing that everything happens in a divine manner. Spirit says, the angels want love too. The angels like to be loved on. The universe likes to be loved on. Just like we like to be loved on. And just like we are loved on all the fucking time by the universe and the angels. That's what worship is. That's what worship is. It's loving on the universe. It's loving on the angels. It's even loving on the archangels, even though archangels are a little rough and tough sometimes. So just take a deep breath. If you're grateful that the universe loves on you, then I hope you will love on the universe back. If you're grateful that you have angels that watch over you and that love on you, then I hope you will love those angels back. You might say, but how, Oracle Bridget? How am I supposed to love on the universe? I will tell you. Perhaps you are familiar with the love vibration, perhaps you are not. If you are familiar with the love vibration, obviously this will be easier. From the heart chakra, there is a projectional energy that comes out of the heart chakra in a cone shape, almost like a cone shape. It's more like a fan. It's like it shoots out from here and it goes like this, fanning. To emanate love light in an efficient manner, you can focus your love light energy on this portal and you can send it outward from here. What happens is the energy aligns with the heart chakra 5D vibration. The portal opens, but when the light shines out, it actually shines out from here up, out of this whole frontal part of your body. It shines up and outward. And that's love light energy. So like all you would do is like talk to the universe, love on the universe, talk to the universe about how grateful you are with whatever the fuck you feel about the universe that you want to share. And you share it with a big pump of that love light. If you have a cat, when your cat is vibrating, when your cat's purring, when you're holding it, like that's love energy. When you like receive the purr and you're like, that's love energy. When you're snuggling, cuddling with your lover, and you start to feel like that vibration between your bodies, like neither one of you are shaking, you just feel like this energy between you. Oof. Or even better, before you physically connect with your lover and you guys are like really close to each other, like when your faces are really close, that pull, that's that love energy. When you think about someone you love, or when you get a text from someone you love or care about and you feel that in your heart chakra, that's that love energy. And so what Spirit wanted me to share before I got into today's reading and this week's energy report is just to remind you that the angels like to be loved on too, and the universe likes to be loved on. And just as we are ascending and we are evolving, so are the angels and the universe. You see, a big part of this is to know that everything is evolving, not just humans, not just Earth. All the planets, all the universes, all the parallel timelines, even heaven, even God, all of it is evolving, all of it. As we raise our vibration, as does the vibration of our guides, the angels, of what they're capable of. Take a deep breath. And the last thing that I want to say is back to that word worship. So if you were to go back to why would worship ever have been considered somewhere along some spiritual line as something positive? It's because oftentimes it is said that you need to make an offering when making a request. Love light is an offering if you understand how to give it in generosity, with generosity. Love light is an offering if you know how to give it generously. So as we ask the universe for blessings, we ask for help, we ask for guidance, we ask for healing, we ask for strength, we also give love light back in exchange. And truly, just like how fellow human beings can thrive off of sharing love light with one another, so can the ethers, the angels, the universe. Can you believe that you can make the planets feel better by sending love light to them? You can. Isn't that wild? That is such a beautiful message to bring through, and I wasn't expecting it. So thank you for holding space for me so that I could do that, because that's so amazing. The universe loves us so much. And the universe is really excited for us to be here at this point. The universe is like, oh, yeah. The universe is so excited. Super cheerleaders in heaven right now, everybody. Super cheerleaders in heaven. Let's get into the reading. Super cheerleaders in heaven right now, and we need them because we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse as the first card for this week's energy. So it's new beginnings, new projects, new love, new exciting times, and this influx of energy in relation to that. We are thinking it's a tidal wave of pain. We're no! When it's your dreams are hello, this is literally what you asked for, this is what you've been waiting for, this is the big good thing, and you're why? Ace of Cups in reverse is it's this beautiful overflowing cup of new projects and new love, of emotional newness and freshness, a recharged battery, ready to take on a new project and just thrive with it and enjoy it and swim in it and just fucking rock it out. In the reverse, it's all of that without the cognitive awareness. It's all of that, but not aware of it. I'm thinking it's something else. But don't worry, okay? Now that you've met with me today, and if you just tuned in, after we're done, rewatch the beginning of this, just because I shared some light codes about how we're going to be surprising ourselves with how much emotional and energetic strength we have accumulated up to this particular moment. And each day this week, we will be stronger and stronger because of the work we're doing in the dream state. So the clarification card with the Ace of Cups in the reverse is the message of receiving from the angels. Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. Spirit says you are not alone. Spirit says you are not alone. And while you may feel discomfort, and while you may feel almost like there's a lot of productive energy available to you, but you don't know how to utilize it all, or there's a lot of emotions available to you, but you're not really sure which one to align with, and it might feel a little overwhelming. Or there might be this big thing in your face that feels like such a big deal in the external world that it's like consuming your mind and your awareness and your psyche. But as soon as that thing gets pushed away, you'll realize you are surrounded by the complete reality of your dreams coming true. Your dreams have come true. There's a reality where you're already thriving and it's just waiting for you. And so in the meantime, while we figure that out and deal with the discomfort of the final bits of resistance to the new energies, I want you to take a deep breath and just know that you're not alone. The angels want us to raise our vibration because they want to raise their vibration too. And the angels can't be fake. The angels can't give fake love. And just like how we can't fake raising vibration or like evolving, the angels can't either. So we're in this beautiful, collaborative, loving relationship with these angels. I'm saying angels, you might have another term that resonates with you. Do your thing. I do think angels and Elohim are separate though, by the way. I'm under the impression that angels and Elohim are separate. I could be wrong. We'll see what the 2020 light codes bring through as I continue to channel into this new year. But that's something to think about. If you don't know who the Elohim is, I totally recommend doing some Googling on that because that's a really awesome being. Okay. Ace of Cups in the reverse is the feeling of an influx of new energy, of new projects, of new love, and of really exciting new times, prosperous energies, but like feeling like that is not the case. Having a perspective that is not in alignment with the high vibrational planes, even though the high vibrational planes are all around you. And Spirit says it's divine that this uncomfortable feeling is happening. It has to happen. So don't fucking worry about it. You'll feel better when you feel better, Spirit says. So stop trying to exit out of the feeling before you feel the feeling. Spirit says, don't worry, you're not alone. Spirit says you've got us like an angel freaking hugging you. There's what it feels like to me is this angelic heavenly energy that has ascended onto this plane at this time in order to uplift and enliven those who are continuing their awakening process and transitioning fully into 5D. The exiting of the lower vibrational planes and the signing the contract. We are going to be doing things this week that are contractual arrangements in the higher vibrational planes. You're not going to be signing your name necessarily. You're not going to be shaking hands with someone necessarily. There are things that you're going to do this week. And those things you do are contractual agreements with the universe to determine which dimension you will be existing in the next 2 weeks into your future for the next 30 years. So that's kind of a big deal. And we can feel it. I kind of feel like Spirit needs us to be a little distracted this week. I don't know. It just feels like it's in the cosmic energy. There must be something in the planets. Spirit needs us to be distracted, and that's why we've got this receiving from the angels thing. It's like, it's okay. Even if you feel totally lost and like nothing makes sense, you're still not alone. You know, like, you're only half confused because you only manifest half your manifestation. The universe is going to make the other half. Like, hey, what if the universe is extremely fucking clear with what it's going to give you? It's just you that's confused. And that's okay. Yeah, so I'm looking at the next 2 cards. Let's get deeper into this. We have the Mother of Wands, which is, you know, this feminine protective energy. I'm feeling like this is you protecting the fruits of your labor, but self-destructive mindsets and like being too defensive this week. The reason this week that everyone is going to be feeling too defensive is because we got the Standing Firm card in the reverse. We got I am noble, brave, and strong in the reverse. So it's easy to act defensive when you don't feel in your power. You feel weak if you don't feel strong. And so you feel you need to defend yourself from attacks. It makes sense that you would be more defensive when you're not in your power. So let's hack that system. I mean, I don't want to use that word hack. I'm using that too much. Let's reverse engineer that. When you find yourself being defensive this week, allow that to source you back into where you're not feeling your power, in your power. Those are the signs of weakness. Where you are defensive informs you on where you are weak. And we gotta be fucking strong this week. Esta semana, we need to be strong. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything outside of yourself or anything inorganic to be strong. You're already strengthened, and you will continue to be strengthened this week. Okay? You just gotta be here for it and prepare your brain to receive you as a stronger self. Don't, trip yourself up by telling yourself you're not strong. What I'm sensing is you're going to feel a little defensive, but you'll be aware of it. Ooh, my crystal fell out. So, let's continue the reading, shall we? This Mother of Wands card that was clarified by the Standing Firm card in the reverse. Because we are on an upward evolutionary flow right now, because we are on this upward evolutionary flow, the ground beneath our feet may not feel particularly steady because we have been uprooted out of an older vibration and we're rooting into a higher vibration, and we might be in transition right now. Perhaps you are seeing a physical transition in your life right now from one environment to another. Perhaps you feel a shift inside of your personality, inside of your soul, in who you are and in how you respond to things. I would like to validate that for you. That feeling a desire to shift is very high vibrational, and that's light work. I mean, kind of. It's light shadow work. If you can just be present, and when your body tells you time to shift, you just shift, that's great. Because then shit doesn't have to happen in your life to force you to shift. Okay, so the Mother of Wands card, this lets us know, it's like a lot of our moms, a lot of women especially, taught us how to respond in the defensive. Like my mom, she is so creative. And I always say to her, it amazes me how you can hear someone say something and then you use all your creativity to figure out how to turn that into an insult for yourself. Someone will be like, I'm in the mood for ice cream. And then my mom would be like, does that mean you didn't like my pie? Or someone will be like, I think I want to take a walk. You want to come with me? And she'll be like, are you trying to tell me I'm fat? Like, don't be that this week. All of your defensiveness will be triggered this week, and that's a really good thing, because that is just going to inform you on where you've got a little weak spot. That's going to inform you where you feel defensive, on where you need to find some healthier boundaries, on where you need to realign with your integrity. That's what Spirit says. So when you get defensive, you are no longer in alignment with your integrity. Simple. Your integrity has shifted, though. Your vibration has raised. Your standards should be different today than they were a year ago. This coming week, and coming into the energy of next week too, to be honest, we feel the new world kind of inundating us with its energy. The energy of new relationships, new projects, bliss, joy. The possibility and potential for heaven on earth is really potent for some of us. We don't realize that's what we're feeling. We don't realize that's what we're feeling. We're too caught up in trying to rush things. We're too caught up And we're missing out on how many blessings we're actually receiving from the universe right now. And still the universe continues to bless us. So it's like, receive the love from the universe because you're not alone. And the universe is like, oh, poor baby. I just gave her a bunch of presents and she's like crying because she can't fit her presents in her room anymore. So now she needs a bigger room and she's crying about it, even though she has the resources to have a bigger room. So universe is like, okay, baby. Universe, the angels are like, okay, baby, it's okay. Come here. I'll give you a hug. You're going to be okay. And that's okay. Sometimes we want to be a crybaby. That's fine. Be a crybaby this week, but don't be a crybaby alone. Let yourself start to receive some love and good juju from the universe. Sometimes you can receive love and good juju from nature. Some people don't, especially like earth signs and water signs. Might not know water signs connect with everything. Y'all are so sensitive. I feel like earth signs sometimes will want to resonate, especially Taurus, want to resonate more with nature. Like the universe will love on you through nature. So like laying in the grass, feeling the earth love on you. That's actually just another form, the feminine form of universal love, just as potent. Just let this universal love, let the angels love on you this week. And just opening yourself up to receive some good juju from the universe is going to assist you in turning this cup from the reverse into the upright. Because it's all good. It's good stuff is coming in. It just feels like too much. And the universe like really wants us to try and be in more of a state of receiving. While accessing this feminine state of receiving, we are also acknowledging where we overprotect our wounds and our traumas, where we hold so tight to thought forms and beliefs that got us through hard times. And now as we're on the precipice of major change and vibrational shift, and we've received new light codes and epiphanies, we might be realizing that a lot of the beliefs that we've held and lived our life off of for so long aren't actually the highest vibrational version of the thought. That you've got beliefs that are ready for a reboot and an upgrade. It takes a lot of integrity and humble pie to be able to acknowledge when it's time to reboot some of your beliefs and to upgrade some of your thought forms and the way you feel life should go. This week, the universe will give you your red flags of what that is being upgraded based off of what you feel you need to defend. Let people think what they want. Let people say what they want. Just don't let them touch you. Don't let them fuck with you. No one's fucking with you if they're just saying things to you. No one's fucking with you if they're just doing shit in their own life. So don't touch it. Don't touch that low vibrational energy if you don't have to. But if you're faced with someone who triggers your defensiveness, feel gratitude. Obviously, don't ride the horse of defensiveness if you don't need to. But just feeling the defensiveness triggered within you is extremely powerful, because then you can trace it back. Find, what the fuck am I defending in the first place? Who the fuck cares? Where are you defensive this week? Trace it back. Zoot, zoot, zoot. Upgrade. Upgrade. One more. Upgrade. We're upgrading our belief systems this week. So you're going to feel a little ungrounded and a little defensive. The universe is like all around us and really, really, really cheerleading us right now. I have 2 more cards to show you. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. This is the card of over worrying. Too much worry this week. Okay? That heavy energy, that's the energy of resistance. It's okay that you're resisting, but now that you're aware of where you're resisting, let yourself mourn as you let go. We let go when we mourn. And then we move on because it feels better on the other side of mourning. Sometimes we need to cry a little cry to say goodbye to whatever we are exiting from, be it a person, place, thing, or thought form. Way of being. The literature says, this anxiety is counterproductive and damaging. You must find a way to quiet the mind during this difficult time. There's just too much worry. And that's okay, because we haven't even really entered the week yet. So this is your heads up. Heads up, my loves. You're going to be feeling a lot of things this week. But we don't have to put the label of it's a really hard week. It's the worst week ever. Prepare yourself for hell and the apocalypse. Unnecessary use of your manifestational energy and of your creativity. Please. Unless you really want to live in an apocalyptic time. It's a waste of your fucking energy. Stop worrying. If you can enter your now moment and enter your body and realign with your center, the universe will give you a vision of the future. And then you'll be like, oh, okay. Now I see why the spiritual teachers are also calm. And now I see the ones that aren't so calm are the ones who might need to tap in a little deeper. Take a deep breath. You can't stop feeling something until it's exited your body. When an emotional energy is being purged from within you, hey, my love. When an emotional energy is being purged from within you, breathe deeply and acknowledge it. Sometimes when you feel sadness, you have to cry. Other times, you just have to be like, oh, so I feel really fucking sad right now. Okay, sadness, that's cool. Let's be sad. What is this about? Is it about anything? No. Sense the energy and then let it leave your body. Welcome to 5D. You feel it, and then it's done. You've been informed. Okay. Everyone is really going to be worrying this week, but you're here with this reading. You're here doing this reading with me, so now you have a heads up. Now you have a heads up and we can change the trajectory of your energy. Literally. Universe is like, this week, you're not going to be acknowledging all these new projects, new loves, new energy. It's too much for you. Universe is like, humble up, because you're trying to take over divinity. You're trying to take over and rush divine timing. It's too late. You're already on a path. You can't change your path this week. What you can do is shift your trajectory. You can't change it. You can't change like big shit in 2 days. And that's what everyone wants. The overall energy for this week is trying to rush things, not trusting divine timing. And the universe saying you need to eat some humble pie. Because it's not just you out here. There's a whole other system of things going on that you're just starting to be privy to. You're just starting to be privy to this new heavenly energy on earth. But as we tap into it, it's kind of stressful. It's kind of stressful because more shadow keeps on emerging. And so the angels descend to earth. So high vibrating love light energies from the ethers come to the earth to kind of like surround us and love on us and bring us some relief. Allow yourself to be receptive to high vibrating love light energy in the form of positive experiences and interchanges with nature, with other people. I'm seeing a lot of like little nuanced body language communication. Like when you look at someone and they look at you and you both have a moment where you're like, and you just keep going. Or you both see something funny and you look at someone and you look at each other and you laugh and you keep going. Little moments of connection. Start to notice like little nuanced experiences of love light in your life. And I think by realigning your focus and it's gonna reacclimate your energy a little bit. It's gonna make this a little more tolerable. Defensiveness is so informative, so let the defensiveness inform you. Understand that you have thought forms that you are being a little defensive of and protective of. And the reason you keep having to be more and more protective of them is because as your vibration raises, your subconscious is realizing that that's going to have to be released. But until then, you're like, no, wait. No, bitch. You're holding on to the wrong things. And that's the collective bitch. We're holding on to the wrong things. So before you stand for something, make sure you're in alignment with your integrity and you're not using all your strength to defend some old thing. This week, so you're going to deal with that. And I am feeling some Mars energy. I'm feeling some like anger energy. So I challenge you this week to acknowledge when you feel anger rise and allow it to be felt without needing to wield it and attack anyone, because you're probably going to be wrong. Everyone is going to be really worrying about the future this week. So don't. Just kidding, I can't do that. Spirit's saying there's going to be worrying, there's going to be worrying. So when the worry meets you this week, when you come face to face with the worry, and the worry, the spirit of worry, says to you, ooh, use your imagination to imagine worst case scenario. And then use your imagination to astral project in time travel to the dimension of worst case scenario. And then start to visualize what worst case scenario would be like. And then start to live there now so you can manifest hell on earth. Don't. Okay? Don't. Sorry, I'm laughing for us. Don't, guys. That's what this fucking reading is for. You're here with me. Receive this message. It's okay if you feel anxiety. It's okay if you're worried. But you know what Spirit says you need to do? Ignite your courage. And this card fucking flew out of the deck. It was beautiful. It looked like the horse was like pshing out of the deck when it came out. I am strong, valiant, and courageous. All right? That's not a white flag. That's a golden flag. Universe isn't saying toughen up. They're not saying harden. They're not saying go off of your center. Thank you for the validation. I love you guys. What universe is saying is hop on, baby. Hop on. Let's go for a ride. Oh, you feel sad? Okay. Can you still appreciate the blue sky even though you're sad? You feel uncomfortable? Okay. Can you still be grateful that like you're aware that you're uncomfortable? And some people are just uncomfortable and just live that way forever and don't even realize that's what they're feeling. Spirit says we can take our creativity and allow our creativity, the portal of creativity, which truly manifests reality. And you guys know I love talking about creativity. Creativity can be used to bring you into hell by letting worry take over, like I described. And creativity can be used to visualize best case scenario. And not just some like stupid, frivolous best case scenario. I'm talking about heartfelt dreams and desires. Because if Spirit puts something here on your heart chakra, then it's meant to manifest in the fifth dimension. If it's here, it's not. I can't talk about these dimensions, these chakras. No, I'm not talking about that. Just this one. This is what we're dealing with right now, the fifth dimensional energies. So if you have a vision here, heartfelt dream and desire, that's meant to manifest. That's meant to manifest in the fifth dimension within these next 30 years. Okay? So stop worrying because everyone around you is telling you other things are going to happen. It's pointless. Have they seen the visions that you have seen? Have they been inside of your third eye? Have they received the messages from the divine that you have received? What if you say, oh, but Oracle Bridget, I haven't received any messages from the divine? Then tap in, baby, because you can. You can. And I will stay on that train of just like saying, you're all oracles. You're all prophets just like me, or have the potential to be. Just get deeper and deeper. It's just listening and knowing and trusting. But anyways, if you don't want to, I'm here for you. I'll be your prophet. I have more to say about igniting courage. Sometimes it's a little scary, making the jump, right? Sometimes it's a little scary, feeling that, whoa. And Spirit is kind of saying the scariest thing is going to be to stop worrying and believe that things can be better. It feels like people are finally unplugging from like the brainwashing of the media and all of the fear-mongering of the media and all the brainwashing of the media and what, it really tries to convince us of and take us into that fear vibration of. People are starting to unplug from that Yeah, it's just like I was saying in the previous video about the vampiric energies. Energy vampire resonance doesn't thrive, can't live in the fifth dimension. So those whose vibrations are raising, those who are getting to participate in Ascension in this round, if they had anything draining their energy from a low vibrational vampiric source, it's being taken away. They're vibing out of that. So it might be a little uprooting, suddenly realizing that you don't trust whole sources of information that just stops resonating with you. Don't worry. Tap in. There's a truth that's on your heart. There's a truth in here that you've been given access to. Everyone's been given a slightly different vision of the future so that everyone starts to work on a different plot of heaven on earth. It's all very divinely orchestrated, and it's quite gorgeous. Large scale. Small scale, it's just each person in their life dealing with all of these feelings. Small scale, especially this week, it's the act of battling with impatience. And every time it comes up this week, remembering that you're not alone. You're manifesting shit in tandem with the universe. The universe cares. The angels, astral beings care about our evolution because we are the ones in the human bodies. We are the ones on the planet Earth. The human beings anchor the ascension energies, and then it reverberates off of Earth, and all the other planets and beings get to raise their vibration as well. So we are supported by so many other beings because they're like, go humans! Go you motherfuckers! You fucking raise that vibration! You got this shit! They are so ready to raise up too. They're so ready. But we have to first. So no, you're not alone. And we're all in this together. Other dimensional planes, parallel dimensions, angels. It's super sci-fi. If that doesn't resonate, sucks for you. Open up your creativity, because I swear to God, the realm of your creativity and your imagination is where you are going to source all of your prophetic messages for the rest of your life. And you're going to be forced to get there eventually. You're going to be there eventually. But I keep sharing this kind of light code in this reading, so it must be really important this week. So Spirit has told us that where you feel hope is lost, call upon the angels. Or where you feel hope is lost, it's okay. But know that you're not seeing things clearly this week. Where you feel hope is lost, know that you're misperceiving the energy. It's true, there's a huge influx of energy. It's not an influx of failure energy, though. It's an influx of newness, of your new life. It's not an influx of life going to shit, like everyone is saying. Like, please, fucking come on. Like, why am I the only one who's getting these fucking prophetic messages here? Are you gonna let energy vampires take over your creativity? And are you gonna use your creativity to help lower vibrational planes manifest? Let the sleepers do that. Let the people who don't even know what spiritual awakening is and who've never experienced spiritual awakening in a past life do that. Some people are sleepers, but they already experienced spiritual awakening in a past life, whether that was in a present or future timeline. So some people get to ascend even if they didn't do any work because they did it in a past life. Some people get to ascend even if they don't do any work because they do it in their sleep state. Some people just are really high vibrating and they don't watch any gurus or anything because there's other dimensions, other lives, other times and places where the work can be done. Keep that in mind. The shift is wide and large scale, and it's not just in your little life, but know that all that should matter to you is your little life. Where you feel things are turned on their head, don't trust it. Take a step back. Perhaps you're holding too tight to an older perspective that doesn't even resonate with you anymore. You're not alone, and you will be guided by the universe, by the heavens, by the divine. You won't be moved. You'll be moved by your spirit and your body who wants to ascend. but you will be guided by energies that you can choose to allow to influence you or not. And like I said, there's so many energies around us that we can choose to be influenced by, but I'm currently referencing this like beautiful high vibrating energy. Don't hold too tight to your babies, to your projects, to your ideas, to the things that you think you want to do, because you're going to crack those eggs and then you'll have nothing. Spirit says all of that defensiveness is going to fall on your head. There are things you're holding on to that you thought were one thing that are really going to start to fall on your head at your detriment. So here you are getting this reading from Oracle Bridget. It's all about courage and strength, my loves. It's all about courage and strength. Where you feel challenged, experience it. Maybe it'll be the last time you ever feel challenged. See, we got, with that defensive energy, we got standing firm in the reverse, the energy of you saying, I am noble, brave, and strong, but not really resonating with it. And then we got igniting courage. I'm strong, valiant, and courageous. Keyword strong was used twice. And before I read those cards, the intuitive message I brought through was that our emotional and energetic strength will be surprising us this week. So let me fuse the intuitive message with what the cards are validating for us. You are stronger than you think. Emotional experiences that old you could have never handled, new you, it's a piece of cake. But first you need to believe it. There's the conscious experiences that are happening, the conscious feelings that we're aware of, the things that are swirling around in our now moment that we can notice. And then there's the whole subconscious process. There's the whole other side, the inner workings of the spirit, communicating with your energy body, communicating with your physical body, almost leaving your mind out of it because it's learned that your mind or your free will can get in the way. So all these things are happening in the background of your energy fields in your life, upgrading for you. All these things, upgrading for you in the background. And now they're starting to emerge. All the new growth, all the new strength, it's going to start to emerge this week. The dark, not your shadow self, I'm talking about the dark, the external dark, the bad guys, you know what I mean? The dark! This is really putting extra energy in everyone and pretty much just trying to stress everyone out emotionally and like strain everyone energetically and emotionally this week. They want to put a high strain on us, on our minds, on our emotional and energetic bodies this week because we're stronger. Like what ideas, what epiphanies, what inspirations are we going to have from this new stronger state, from this new stronger place? And so, of course, the dark is like, I don't want them to realize, oh shit, the planets are there now? Oh, fuck. That means it's time for everyone's light body to activate, and people are going to start getting really strong and having new ideas and rising up. Let's put on a really big show. Let's put on a really big show. Let's stress them out a lot. And hopefully they just still get overwhelmed and don't realize just how strong they are. Don't believe what you see on the outside. Because what you're seeing on the outside is through the filter of your perspective. And your perspective is influenced by your emotions, which are ever flowing and ever changing. And so Spirit says, as you enter into the energies of this week, I recommend that you reconnect with your integrity, with your mission statement for life. Who are you? What do you stand for? What's the best version of the world? What is the vision of the world that would be the most dazzling for you? Use your imagination, use your creativity for that. I challenge you to deny the invitations of the external reality, to take your creativity, and to plug it into the matrix to further help source and manifest hell on earth timelines. I challenge you to be sovereign with the usage of your creativity and your imagination. And instead of just plugging in to some collective energy where everyone is feeding fear and building timelines and using their creativity to overthink fearful based situations, use your magic for good. Join the team of light. You can do whatever you want with your imagination. So instead of doing what a lot of other people are doing, imagine the best situation, best case scenario, and use your imagination. Use it and change the world with it. And we just start in here. And just by you being willing to consider it, it's magic. Your imagination is a portal. Your imagination is the way that we manifest. Imagination is not make-believe. Imagination is believe-make. In order to make something or manifest something, first I believe it. The realm with which I build my beliefs, the realm with which I visualize realities, is the imagination. Beliefs should come from the imagination, not from what you see on the external. We tap into the internal. We connect with the energies that the universe has blessed us with. There are visions on our heart that each and every one of us have been given slightly different visions of slightly different things so that we can be influenced to bring a high vibrating future towards us just by realigning. So ignite your courage, even if it feels ridiculous. And I kind of feel like, two things to say. Everyone around you is probably freaking out about you know what with politics. Everyone around you. Can you be a rebel and not? Can you be a rebel and instead of distracting yourself with all of that, participate in this evolution that's trying to occur, that is being hindered because you're so distracted by all of the things and all of the worry? And understand that your worry about things that you have no control over is literally you choosing to let your mind be drained by a vampiric external source. So I tap into the now. If you're bummed about the way life is going with your job, with your home, okay. That's a great thing. You know you don't like it? So let's start to imagine what the vehicle looks like with which you are going to evolve out of it with. I want you to start to imagine that person that you wish you could be. That woman, that man, that person. Imagine them. What do they look like? Their posture, their body language. What are they doing? What makes it feel like your dream's coming true? What does it look like? Use your imagination. And if you can paint a picture of it, you can manifest it. Yo, you can manifest it. Yo, you can manifest it. You can't manifest anything, by the way. You can't. The universe is like, fuck, you can't manifest that. Fuck you. You're not manifesting that. You can only manifest things that are in alignment. There are many, many timelines available. So that's why fortune telling is funny for me, because it's we're multidimensional. There are multiple future timelines. Sure, I've visited many apocalyptic timelines, but there are other timelines too. Let's start to light up the grid by activating hope in our energy fields in environments where there is no hope around us. Let's start to activate the light grid of the fifth dimensional plane of heaven on earth by just allowing our inner selves to start to feel like they can really thrive in our environments. Let's start to activate our inner body with the high vibration of hope and belief and faith that life can and will get better, because there's a vision on our heart of that, and it wouldn't be there for no fucking reason. Let's activate the energy of understanding that we don't know everything. There's still more to learn. There's still more to be communicated to us from the inside. This week, become aware that sometimes our perspectives can hinder all that is in our view. Sometimes our perspectives are influenced by fearful thoughts, and we will build beliefs that we live our life by that are based in fear and protection and wanting to be safe, when really that's kind of a low vibrational thing. So this week, keep reassessing what your integrity is. Keep reassessing the life you want to live and your dreams and your hope. Where it feels there's no strength and there is no power, is a sign of where something has expired and there's a deep strength underneath it. So take the loss where there's a loss. When something shitty happens, accept it 100%. Oh, I applied for this thing and I got rejected. I got rejected. Feel it then, if that happened to you. Feel it. Oh, I got rejected. Freaking bummer, I really wanted that. And then you're like, oh, but I trust. But it's obviously fucking not for me because I didn't get it. And let me move forward and keep applying for things. I got fired. Be sad. Be fucking bummed out. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna say high vibrational. I got fired, but I'm high vibrational. I got fired. Be human. And then move past it. Sometimes the human wants to be dramatic. There's the positive ones too. Like being excited, liking someone, connecting with people. In view is negativity and worry. The energies that are readily available to us in view appear to be energies that don't feel good. But I want you to know that when you're really sitting in your soul seat and looking around, you're going to start to see the two different realities. The hell on earth that the sleepers and the darkness is trying to project to cover the other reality, which is the heaven on earth, which is getting brighter and brighter every day. And the more you align with the hope energy, and the more you open your heart chakra and align with it and integrate and align with your integrity, you are manifesting heaven on earth in your own unique way. So thank you for doing this work. Thank you for igniting your courage this week amidst a realm of worrywarts. Thank you for facing your defensiveness this week, even though it feels like you realize that you've been in victim mindset when you thought you weren't in victim mindset. Thank you for being receptive this week and being willing to receive love from the universe. And thank you for just being present with yourself, because it's clear that there's going to be some discomfort about the newness. It's clear there's going to be some discomfort about the newness. However, we are not alone. We have the ability to stand firm. We're just feeling a little uprooted right now. And the way we bring ourselves back to a feeling of being rooted is to jump into the next dimension first. Is to go for it. Ignite your courage. You're a hero of your own life. You are the hero of your own life. You are your own personal superhero. And so activate those superhero energies this week whenever you need to. Because what's most important is your peace of mind, and you owe nobody nothing. Unless it's like your child and you have to feed them or something, you know. Returning to the theme energies this week before I close out the reading. Sometimes we're being unnecessarily impatient, and it takes us out of the present moment, and it feels really uncomfortable there because we're worrying about the future and not getting there on time. So understand that the universe is here with you. It is blessing you. The universe didn't forget about you. You weren't like left out of your life path or something. So if you're starting to feel impatient about things, I either want you to ignite courage to raise the vibration of the situation, or I want you to open up and get a little more receptive of the blessings that are being offered to you in that moment. The universe won't let you move forward until you integrate what's there. You're here, you integrate, and then you're given the next step, and you take it, and then you're there, the new here, and you integrate, and then you take the next step, and you take it, and then you're there, the new here, and okay? So there might be things that you are resisting integrating. Defensiveness is going to be a great key this week for where you're being resistant on some old school thought forms. I really hope that this reading could help, and I really appreciate you guys being here with me for it. So this was a pretty long reading. I channeled several spontaneous messages throughout the whole thing. I love you guys. I'm sending so much love and appreciation to you, and I want you to know I really, really appreciate your validation. It means so much to me that you would comment and that you would give me hearts and you would let me know that this resonates, because just means a lot to me that we can have that connection, that I can feel like the work is actually impacting at least one soul. Like, that feels so good. With that said, I love you. If this resonated, would you share it with a friend? What else? Oh, my New Year's reading special is still on my website. The 2020 reading special. It's an $80 45-minute reading. It's pretty awesome. It looks like we've got some really potent energies coming up this year. So if you resonate with my work, you want a reading, I'm here for you. That's on my page. If you click the link in my bio, it will take you to my website, and then just click book a reading. You'll see the 2020 reading special. I also created a new manifestation track. So if you want me to be there with you while you work more consciously with your manifestation, I'm doing a coaching package. I've got a 4-session package, and you can choose how much you want to space it out, maximum of 1 month between each session. So you can get the manifestation package. It's a 4-session package. You can knock that baby out in 1 month. You can knock that baby out in 4 months, or anything in between. So Spirit just kind of, it felt right to offer that new thing on my website. So I hope it helps. There's 2 different versions. There's the cheaper version, which has 1 workshop and then 3 fast sessions, and then 4 workshop style sessions also. All right, do I want to say anything else to you? Ignite your courage this week, my loves. It's not going to feel easy, but once you're riding that horse of courage, you will feel blessed, because you will be manifesting heaven on earth, and that's a beautiful thing. With that said, I love you. If you ever have any questions, you can DM me, and if it's a good question, I'll answer it, and I'll put it on my story so we can help all of Soul Family. This week is going to be awesome, full of emotions, full of energies, but we were made for this shit. So stay tuned. If something shifts, I'll be here to report it to you. I love you. You are so welcome. Have a beautiful day, and have a beautiful week, and I will see you soon.